तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
हे गणनाथा गजानना, हे गणनाथा गजानना, हे गणनाथा गजानना, हे गणनाथा गजानना, हे रम्भा गजानना, हे रम्भा गजानना, जय मां जय मां दया करो साई मां
जय मां दया करो साई मां
जय मां जय मां दया करो साई मां
जय मां दया करो साई
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई मां
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई मां
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई
दया करो साई मां जय मां
दया करो साई जय मां
कृपा करो साई मां
कृपा करो साई
जय मां जय मां दया करो साई मां
जय मां दया करो साई
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई मां
जननी मां जननी जग जननी साई
दया करो साई मां जय मां
जय मां
कृपा करो साई मां
कृपा करो साई
जय मां जय मां दया करो साई मां मृत्युञ्जयाय नमः मृत्युञ्जयाय नमः
श्रीनिवासा साई शंकरा शिर्डी निवासा साई शंकरा परती निवासा साई शंकरा परती निवासा साई शंकरा भावातीता भावगोचरा भावातीता भावगोचरा कालातीता कालभैरवा कालातीता कालभैरवा श्रीनिवासा साई शंकरा परती निवासा साई शंकरा भावातीता भावगोचरा कालातीता कालभैरवा कालातीता कालभैरवा जय जगदीश्वर ओंकारेश्वर 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 शिर्डी निवासा साई शंकरा
श्याम सुंदरा मदन गोपाला सच्चिदानंदा साई गोपाला हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा भजरे नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा भजरे
हरि नारायण
हजुरे
One sentence is extremely popular in the Indian culture. बिना भगवान की इच्छा के एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता. भगवान सब कुछ कराता है. He is doing everything. Let us say a convict has been brought to court and the judge says, all the evidence is in front of me. You have committed murder. As per the Indian Penal Code, you shall be sentenced to death. The convict says, Your Honor, don't you know Indian philosophy? All that we do, we are not the doers. God is making us do. If you wish to punish anyone, you punish him. What will the judge say? We all know that God can only be attained when He chooses to bestow His grace upon us. Sui janai jehi dehu janai, states the Ramayana. However, this leads to a question in the minds of deep thinkers. That if our goal is kripa sadhya, not sadhan sadhya, then what is the need for sadhana or self-effort? Well, factually, to attract the grace, we also need to put in effort from our side. There was once a religious man living in a village where the river began flooding and the waters entered his home. The rescue mission arrived with a truck and said, "Jump on, we'll take you to safety." The man resisted, said, "I have faith in God, He will save me." Nevertheless, the river was on a rampage and the waters continued rising, until the man, to save himself, had to stand on the roof of his house. Now, with the whole village flooded, a second rescue team arrived in a boat and said, "Come, we shall save you." He said, "My faith is not in you all, but in God." The flood waters increased even higher, and he went and took shelter on the highest tree in that area. A third rescue team arrived with a helicopter throwing a rope and said, "Hold on, we'll lift you up." He said, "I believe God is my savior." When the waters rose further, he was drowned. After death, he came face to face with God and said, "My Lord, I was the most religious person in that village. You saved everybody else. Why did I die?" God said, "I sent 3 rescue missions, but when you did not cooperate, what could I do?" As the saying goes in English, God helps those who help themselves. To attract His grace, you will need to put in effort from your side as well. One Pandit ji used to walk from his house to the temple. He would pass by a beautiful garden lot of a devotee of the congregation. And while the devotee was taking care of his garden, Pandit ji would compliment him on how well the garden was kept. And the devotee would thank him for the kind words. And the Pandit would then say, "It is all the grace of God." The devotee in humbleness would nod his head. Now this exchange between the two continued day after day, week after week, month after month, until one day the devotee became annoyed. And when Pandit ji said, "This garden is so beautiful all by God's grace," The devotee said, Panditji, you should have seen this garden when God had it all to himself. It was just a lot overrun by shrubs and wild grass. God does not say, you sit and do nothing, I will grace you. The Upanishads state, Tapa prabhavat deva prasadach. Your intense effort and the grace of God will together effect the attainment of your supreme goal. Sri Aurobindo stated it so perfectly in the opening para of his book, The Mother, when he said, there are two great powers alone that can effect in their conjunction the great and difficult thing that is the aim of our endeavor. A fixed and unfailing aspiration that calls from below, and a divine grace that answers from above. Let me read about how this works from my latest book, Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism. God bestows our eyes with the power to see. What we see is our own choice. We could go to the temple and have darshan of the deities, or we could waste our time by watching movies and shows. God is merely giving us the faculty of sight. He is not deciding how we choose to use it. Therefore, let us not shift the blame for our actions to God. If we make a mistake, it is our responsibility to acknowledge it, to learn from it, and to strive to prevent its recurrence. This can be compared to the analogy of the powerhouse. It supplies you electric energy. Subsequently, you have the freedom to utilize it as you wish. With the electric power, you can heat your house, cool it, put on the lighting, turn on the electric appliances. Or if somebody is out of the mind, they can catch the positive and negative and get electrocuted. Whatever we do, we should now not blame the powerhouse. Why did I get this electric shock? The response will be, look, we gave you the power as a grace. What you did out of it was your own responsibility. Likewise, when we say God is the doer, what it means is He provides us with the ability to engage in actions. If He does not give us the energy, the eyes will be unable to see, the hands and feet will be unable to move. But once He has bestowed them, we now have the responsibility to utilize them as we wish. Out here, there is a very common misunderstanding, particularly amongst the Indians. On one side, we are known for being extremely theistic, extremely devotional. On the other side, there is this misconception, Bhagavan sab kuch karata hai, He is doing everything. I have no responsibility for my actions because God is the doer of my actions. It is just like Duryodhan said, Janami dharmam nacha me pravrittir, janamya dharmam nacha me nivritti, kenapi devena ridhisthitena, yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. Duryodhan says, I know what is dharma. I also know what is irreligion. But there is some devata sitting inside me who is making me do things. So I am not responsible for my actions. We people use the same logic. When we make a mistake If somebody says, why did this happen? We say it must be the will of God. What do you mean? I mean, वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है. It is not in my hands. ज्ञानी मूढ़ न कोय. Nobody is a ज्ञानी. Nobody is ignorant. Whatever God wishes, He can make a person one of knowledge or one of ignorance. He is the ultimate doer. उमादारु योषित की नाई सब ही न चावत राम गोसाई. The Ramcharitmanas is saying that like a puppeteer makes those puppets dance, likewise He is making us all do things in this world. In fact, one sentence is extremely popular in the Indian culture. बिना भगवान की इच्छा के एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता. Not a leaf moveth but by the will of God. So people say, in that case, whatever is happening is by His will. I have no responsibility for my right or wrong actions. But is this understanding correct or not? Well, this is an extremely erroneous belief that can lead to disastrous results in your life. Let's take a look at it and examine it very carefully. The actions that we perform, if God is our director, then we should never make any mistakes, because God is all-knowing. He is beyond mistakes. Errors happen because of the existence of Maya. And Maya cannot come close to the Lord. Vilajyamanaya tasya sthatu miksha pathe muya. So if God is our doer, our actions should all be perfect. Why then do we make mistakes? Sorry. What sorry? Swamiji, I made a mistake. Why did you make a mistake? Arey Baba, to err is human. That means we are performing these actions. Secondly, if God is our doer, then why should we bear with the karmic reactions? Khana khaye Ramesh, ulti kare Dinesh. God makes us do nasty things and we bear the consequences. This is extremely unfair. If this is the reality, then no court should be able to punish a criminal. Let us say a convict has been brought to court and the judge says, all the evidence is in front of me, you have committed murder. As per the Indian Penal Code, Dafa 302, you shall be sentenced to death. The convict says, Your Honor, don't you know Indian philosophy? All that we do, we are not the doers. God is making us do. If you wish to punish anyone, you punish him. What will the judge say? Look, throughout history, even when in India, the Manu Smriti was the basis of the law. Everybody was responsible for their actions. And that is why, if you have committed crime, don't use the alibi of God being the doer. Thirdly, God is perfectly just. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyosti na priya. If God becomes our doer, He will either make us all saints or all demons. Why should He make somebody as Prahlad and another as Hiranyakashipu, one as Ravan and the other as Vibhishan? This would be highly prejudiced by the unbiased God. And finally, Bhagavan Himself in the scriptures say, do this and you will bear these consequences. Do that and this will be the karmic reaction. Now, if God Himself is the doer, there is no need to make Arjun understand what is right and what is wrong. The whole Gita can be completed in 2 sentences. Arjun, whatever is happening, I am getting it done. You do not need to understand anything. However, at the end of the Gita itself, Sri Krishna says, Iti te jnanamakyatam guhyad guhyataram maya vimrishyai tadasheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Arjun, I have bestowed this knowledge unto you. Contemplate and deliberate over it, and then choose to do as you wish. In the Ramayana as well, Sri Ram says, Sunahu karahu jo tumahi suhai. O residents of Ayodhya, having heard my discourse, now decide in accordance with your free will. So God is the Prayojak Karta. Understand this final point of philosophy. On this topic, there is a Prayojak Karta and a Prayojya Karta. Prayojya Karta is the energy provider, that is God, who gives us the ability to perform actions. And the soul is the Prayojya Karta, who chooses how to use that ability. So God has given us the ability to see. We decide what we will do with it. Hence, the Prayojya Karta is more important and responsible for the actions. If we make a mistake, we should not blame God for it. We must understand the shortcomings, the means for removing them, and then put in the effort to rise beyond the mistakes. Finally, the idea that God is known by His grace should not be misunderstood to mean that we now need to do nothing. The need for self-effort brings about the term Bhagirath Prayatna, which has its origin from the Puranas in connection with the story of King Bhagirath. When King Sagar performed the Ashwamedh Yajna, the horse that he released went and took shelter in the ashram of Kapil Muni in Ganga Sagar. Searching for the horse, the children of King Sagar arrived at the ashram, where they aroused the ire of Maharshi Kapil, who opened his eyes and decimated them all into ashes. Now the grandson of Sagar, Anshuman, he went looking for his uncles and also reached the spot. He pleaded before the Maharshi how his uncles could be redeemed. Maharshi said there is just one way. If Surasari, the great Ganga, could descend on the earth plane and its holy waters could touch these ashes, they would definitely attain salvation. So Anshuman then strived hard through austerities to bring Ganga down, but failed and finally left the world. His son was Dilip, who continued the effort but also did not succeed. And Dilip's son was Bhagirath. Bhagirath ultimately achieved success in placating the holy Ganga. And Mother Ganga said, I am willing to descend. If you can find somebody who will be able to bear with the force of my flow when I descend. Bhagirath convinced Mahadev to do the needful. But when Ganga started descending, in her exuberance and conceit, she came with so much of force that Shankarji realized her vanity, and he caught her up in the locks of his hair and refused to release her. She was now captivated in his head. Bhagirath was at a loss and again tried to please Shankarji, and finally Mahadev relented and released the Ganga in a smaller flow. Bhagirath now began bringing the Ganga towards Ganga Sagar. So he would carve out a way on the earth through his chariot, and the river Ganga would proceed behind until they reached the ashram of Jahanu Muni, where again Ganga displayed her frivolousness, and she wiped out the ashram through her flow, which annoyed the great sage, who drank her up. And Bhagirath, when he looked behind, discovered that the Ganga is again no more there. He then requested Jahanu to be kind and gracious. The great sage then released the river through his ear, and that is why this river Ganga has another name, Jahanavi, and she is also called Bhagirathi because Bhagirath brought her down. Finally they arrived at Ganga Sagar, and when her holy waters contacted the ashes of the ancestors of Bhagirath, they were saved. That is why when a tremendous effort is put in, it is called Bhagirath Prayatna. For attracting the grace, we will need to put in some amount of effort. And what is that effort? We shall discuss it in the next episode of this series.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशि भगना श्रीकला सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता-पिता गुरुदैवं पर्यन्तयुनीवे स्वामी पर्यन्तयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप तेजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंतुको मंगल आरती अंतुको मंगलगिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की।